Welcome back to Fokker Figures, where today I'm going to be unboxing my latest order from Retro Worldwide Graders.
Grade me!
For the first time since I've ordered from them, there is no RWG branding on this box, which I don't know, I'm kind of disappointed about. I always quite like that when your box arrives, it's got lots of the RWG graphics and the RWG marketing material all over it, so kind of disappointed that it doesn't have any of this time. But I know that it definitely is my RWG order because it's took the delivery label off and that was who sent it. So no mistake, I'm not going to open this up and it's going to be like a kitchen set or something. But yeah, so this one is all TMNT, all turtles. But like my last order where I sent 3 figures and only got 2 back because RWG bought one of those figures off me. I sent 4 figures in this order and I'm only getting 3 back. Not because they bought one off me this time, but because one of the figures that I sent was a slightly different size of card, slightly different specification, so they didn't have the right case basically in stock for them, so they're waiting to send that one back to me later. So there are 3 figures in here and they're all Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle Playmates figures. So hopefully we'll get some good grades out of this. As you can see, this is a huge box. The box is absolutely massive. It's taken up my entire table and it's going to be pretty difficult to get a decent shot with the whole box. I'm probably just going to have to take it off the table as soon as I get this layer untaped. There we go. But yeah, I'm going to take it off the table and just pull them out because that's the lid pretty much off. So, as I say, 3 figures in here, but not that much variety because 2 of the figures are the same. It's the same character. So hopefully, if one doesn't grade particularly well, the other one will. But I'm hoping that they both get decent grades. Because as I've sort of said before, I only really send stuff off to get graded that I'm hopeful is going to get a high grade. So I wouldn't send anything off that I thought was going to get a low grade. So I'm just going to pull out whatever my hand comes to first. And the first one my hand comes to, do you know what, I'm going to completely change that strategy because the first one that my hand came to is the one that's the unique one, the one I've only got 1 of. So I'm going to look for the one that I've got 2 of here. Right, here we go. Okay. So, first figure, Chrome Dome. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, vintage, if I move that camera a bit closer. Playmates, and this one is Chrome Dome. Oh no, just as I do that, my camera tripod has gone all over the place. Nice day, there we go. Right, so, as I say, I send off figures that I'm hopeful are going to get good grades, but I can see straight away, this one has only got 75, so that's disappointing. I'm going to take out this plastic wallet because these plastic wallets that RWG use are really thick and it's hard to see through, unlike the UKG ones. So that has got, if you can see that grade, 75 for card, 90 for bubble, 90 for figure. That's disappointing because I didn't see any issues with the card at all. It's unpunched. Not sure why that would only score 75 for the card. Oh, there is a bit of a crease across the back now that I look at it in that light. Yeah, that's disappointing, man. But I mean, even so, like 75 for card, 90 bubble, 90 figure. So why 75 overall? Surely that would bring up to an 80. But, well. Anyway, so 75 for first Chrome Dome. But as I said, I do have 2 of them. So somewhere in this box there should be a second Chrome Dome. And hopefully hopefully he gets a better grade than his counterpart. Surely that crease can't be the only reason that got a 75 grade. Oh well, we'll see. Right, I'm going to just take him straight, the next one straight out of the plastic, so there's no sort of dancing around. Here is my second chrome dome, and oh my goodness, like this one has graded 85. Man, that's crazy. Like, I honestly looked at them and I couldn't decide which one was better. That's why I sent both of them off. So this has got 85 card, sorry, I'm pulling that out of camera shot. 85 card, 80 bubble, 90 figure. For 80 overall. Was that second? That first one was definitely a 90 bubble. Yeah, 90 bubble. That's strange, that. So 90, 90, 75, 90, 80, 85. Man, that is, I don't know, I'll have to get onto these QR codes and have a look and see just exactly why they're getting the grades they're getting. I was slightly concerned with sending off the vintage Playmates Turtles because the bubbles don't actually seal fully all the way around. There's always this little space at the bottom for them to breathe. That's why you kind of don't get like the mildew and the condensation inside them that you do with like WWF Hasbro figures, for example. But I wasn't sure if that would be interpreted as it's not sealed fully by RWG, but obviously not, because to get a 90 grade for bubble, you have to be a pretty perfect bubble. So yeah, I wasn't sure what to expect, but I certainly didn't expect that. A 75 and a 90. Sorry, a 75 and an 85. So, as I say, I had two chrome domes and I had one of this other guy. The last character I have is a pretty common one, although becoming more and more desirable, I think. It's a pretty common one to have in the Turtles line, but more and more people want them these days, and that is Raymond Philemond. So Ray Fillet, he has graded 85 as well. So, oh man, he's got decent grades. 85 card, 90 bubble, 90 figure. Can you see that? There we go. So yeah, that's a pretty decent return on Ray Fillet. So overall, I'm pretty happy with that. 90 figure. And it looks like he's got a scuff on his chest. I don't know. This has happened so many times when you get grading figures back and either they grade higher than you expect them to do or they grade lower than you expect them to do, and you're just confused by it. But when it's UKG you're dealing with, you just have to accept it. There's no explanation. It's just the subgrades are the most information you have to go on. And if you get a low subgrade, you have to really sort of scan it with a magnifying glass to try and find why they've graded it at that level. But at least with RWG, you get the QR code. So I'm going to go into all of them now and have a look at the QR code, because that will break down exactly why they graded every subcategory the way they graded it. Because, yeah, I think I'm disappointed that Chrome Dome has graded 75. Excuse me. Because I was, like I say, I had two Chrome Domes. I could not pick which one was a better condition. And for one to grade 75 and one to grade 85 is really, really disappointing. But yeah, Ray Fillet looks, like, just looking at the obvious, like his chest looks a bit sort of scuffed, and it looks like there might even be a little bit of a mark on his chest, at that white part of his chest. But even if that was on the bubble, Bubble's graded 90, Figure's graded 90. That's strange. But anyway, overall, I suppose, can't really complain. 285 grade Turtles. Turtles are notoriously difficult to get 85 grades for because the bubble is square, or the blister as some people would rather call it. And because it's so chunky and so sort of bulky, it almost attracts damage. There's always going to be one or two little dings around the outside of bubbles. But to get two bubbles that have graded 90, so the Chrome Dome and the Ray Fillet bubble have both graded 90, that's a good return. It's a pretty good return. But with the other Chrome Dome only grading 75 overall, I don't know what that does to the argument about about RWG overgrading, because that one I was expecting, at least an 80 for all three, and even given the subgrades that this Chrome Dome has, 75, 90, 90. You'd expect that to be a higher grade than 75 overall. But anyway, you have to just accept it, I suppose. There is no appeals process when you're getting figures graded. You just have to accept what you've got. So like I say, having the QR code there in the RWG figures does shed at least a little bit more light on it, but it doesn't change anything. The grades are what they are. So plans for these guys, obviously I've got 2 chrome domes. I definitely don't need them both. I'll see if I can get anyone that wants a 75 grade chrome dome and try and make a little bit of money back. But the other chrome dome I think I might keep. 85 grade chrome dome, that's a decent figure to have. Ray Fillet, I'm not sure. I didn't get him graded because I wanted to have him long term, but it's a good grade. It's nearly a perfect grade, nearly a 90 grade. So I don't know. I'll see. I might hold on to him as well. Anyway, the other one that I sent off was a figure that I've shown on the channel before. That was the Leonardo Star Trek figure that I won in a raffle or a waffle on Facebook. So as you saw in that video, that was a pretty decent card as well, pretty decent bubble. So I had high hopes for that as well. I thought that would probably grade 80 at least. But, you know, given the grade chrome domes come back, who knows? Who knows? But that should be back within a couple of weeks. And I've actually sent a couple of other figures away to RWG as well. So I should have a sort of mixed order, not just one line specifically, but a mixed order of different lines coming back in the next couple of weeks. So there will be another RWG unboxing video. It'd be nice to do a UKG one as well, but UKG unfortunately at the moment are closed for business because they are catching up on all their back orders. Basically their turnaround time just got out of hand. It got to something like 4 months and they decided to just close down, stop taking new orders just while they got everything out through their system before they would open up and start again once they've got everything processed. So no UKG at the moment. You can't place orders with UKG at the moment, so RWG is the only grading company that are actively taking orders. So at the moment they're the only one that we'll be doing unboxing videos for, but we'll definitely do UKG again in the future because yeah, they're a good company as well. I quite like getting UKG stuff back. So anyway, that's it for this video. Hopefully you enjoyed that. If you did, please like, share, comment, subscribe, stay safe, and we'll speak soon. Very quick update on this because my missing Ninja Turtles figure, who's this guy, Captain Leonardo, has just come back from RWG. So a couple of days later than the other guys, and he has got a 90 grade. So you can make that out over through the plastic. But he's graded straight 90s, 90 for card, 90 for bubble, 90 for figure, 90% overall. Absolutely delighted to finish off that order with a wee gold grade. So perfect result for Captain Leonardo.